talk about the Broncos. They hold the last wild card spot in the AFC. They take on the Colts. They are the first team out. According to ESPN Analytics, a Colts win would give them a better chance of making the playoffs than the Broncos. A Denver win gives them a 91% chance of making it. That's how big this game is. And after this week, think about this. Denver has to face the Chargers, the Bengals, the Chiefs. Indy, though, look at this schedule. They get the Titans, the Giants, and the Jags. My goodness. Swagoo. You know what's crazy is even though Anthony Richardson's been around a couple of years because of injury, he has the exact same number of starts as Bo Nix. So they each have 13. What do you think this is going to come down to?
His decision-making process and using his legs as much as possible, because Vance Joseph, the defense coordinator for the Denver Broncos, is going to try to put Anthony Richardson in pure D hell when it comes to his blitzes, when it comes to these guys off edge. And it seems like, and I would love to hear Mina and RC on this, it seems like the Denver Broncos get about 6 or 7 plays a game where there is a scot-free rusher on your quarterback. I don't know how they continue to do it. And then Nick Bonito is playing out of his mind, probably the most underrated defensive player as far as how much we talk about him, because Denver has a young rookie quarterback and he's playing really well. We don't talk about Nick Bonito, but this Denver defense is complex when you cannot figure out what's happening at the line of scrimmage, and they always seem to have a free rusher. So the pressure is on Anthony Richardson to be accurate and also use his athleticism if there is any indecisiveness in his mind.
Yeah, Swag, I think that Anthony Richardson's legs are going to be ultimately important in this game and ways he's able to create plays when his offense is at a deficit. Another thing about Bo Nix, even though these guys have like the same amount of starts, Bo Nix is older. And I didn't expect Bo Nix to be as fearless as he has been in pushing the football down the field. And I do feel that's a way that he can attack the Indianapolis Colts, right? He can work to get chunk yardage, and I'm not sure that they're going to be able to do the same on the other side of the ball. And so if you're Bo Nix, continue to be fearless, but let's protect the football in the way you didn't protect it against the Denver Broncos. It's not enough to just say, I'm going to push the football down the field because that's the play that's called. We've seen you be able to win with Courtland Sutton in those one-on-ones, but that's not every player on the offense. Protect the football, because to me, this offense is good enough to win against the Indianapolis Colts without doing stupid things.
Totally agree, Ryan. I mean, the Colts play a ton of cover two, and Nix will rip that team ball in the dig to Sutton, who works that middle of that field really well. It's a bad matchup. I think it's a good matchup for Bo Nix. On the other side, look, I don't condone bullying or targeted harassment. However, Indianapolis needs to find the cornerback who is not named Patrick Surtain, draw a giant circle around him. I don't know if it's going to be the person.
Wallace.
All right, it was Levi Wallace. It might be someone else this week. Whoever it is.
It better be somebody else.
They got to throw at him. I mean, it might be Levi, because we saw last week that Broncos defense was really vulnerable there. And then the key, of course, is going to be actually connecting on those passes. But the game plan is very clear for Denver in my mind.
Well, I'm gonna say Indianapolis. Riley Moss, he's the king of the North. / the White King / Jon Snow. Right?
Jon Snow. He better come back alive.
MVP, man.
They better wake his ass up.
Last time this team played.
But Levi Wallace, he was out there burnt toast, boy. Abrams, Drain, whoever else they bring in, they ain't throwing that number 2. It's going to be all on you, buddy.
Oh, man. Do I even need to say that we're all on the Broncos in this one?
Nope.
We are all on the Broncos. One and all. Okay, burnt toast.